What we got? Kill. Check.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a second and 13. Cousins to throw it. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Yo. Here we go.
From the 39, Cousins. And Diggs has it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
You ain't going nowhere.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Got it. 25. Here I come. Here I come.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To try again after the sack. Ryan, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. This is brought in by Hardy. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 36. Now it's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
You don't want no problem from me.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the Vikings' 28-yard line.
Ready, get ready. 525.
6-0 our score after one.
Check, ready. 525. Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Drop deep, drop deep.
Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. 23 yards, the final tally. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Hey, Sal. Get up.
Ryan will throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Now Ryan. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up...
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones there to make the grab, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Gun.
On first and 10, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Gun.
On second down, It's Cook, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And an alley to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Extra point try by Bailey. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting back.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Throwing again on second down. Ryan. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Here's Ryan to throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes.
Let's go.
A good pickup there of 20 yards. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
First and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to let this go for the end. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 33. Yards as his guys are back within a single score. Point after try forthcoming. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Rush in. Right, they got 48. Zebra. 45. Mike, 45. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but now it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he puts it through. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then they'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good. Good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Operating from the gun, Ryan. This complete to Jones.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. From the gun, Ryan. And that will be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive one of quarter three.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on fourth down.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
Here we go on fourth down with Ryan. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The quick slant caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Check 99. Check 99. Check 13.
Gun. Here we go.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Let's see what his offense can do. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. It's a gain of 16. First down, Falcons.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Ryan now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Run.
45, Mike, 45.
Yellow. Where's the hot?
Cousins from the gun on third. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing out 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Madison running on first down. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Hey, do. Gun.
59, Mike. Check, 59.
Where's the hot?
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. He's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. For both defenses.
Up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Line 56, Mike 56. You don't want that. Pick up the ball.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here's Cousins. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
Gun.
Let's go right here.
They'll run on first down. Cook. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Right there, 54 Mike. Hey,
Mark.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
Hey, exit.
54. 65. 65.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack. Cousins to throw for it on fourth. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
He was brought down by Everson Griffin. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, this is where. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Here's Mahomes to throw. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Wayne. To the 49-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On first down, it's Cook. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 49 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Fellas, let's go.
Now Mahomes. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now Cousins. And this is incomplete. Amir Abdullah, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. He completes it to Abdullah. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now Cousins on 4th down. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. A first down throw for Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Cousins again. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
56. Hey, 57. Stop your whining. 56.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Throwing is Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Olabisi Johnson there to make the grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Bailey now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Chiefs 7. Dan Bailey to be taken off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he's going to wind up bringing begin this one inside the 45-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Mahomes now to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Mahomes now on first down. It's complete to Williams. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
43.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with one... in the books, you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay.
Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Everson Griffin picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, and he's going to go down again. Everson Griffin giving him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Going up top. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 42. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. They'll run on first down. Cook, a short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Mike, 53, Mike.
On second and 9, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. They come out here in the I.
Check 56. Go for you. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got his man. It's Williams. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On second down, it's Ware. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminated.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Damian Wilson in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. On 1st down, it's Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right?
And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Bailey got the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. He brings the kickoff back 85 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Gun.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Chris Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Two.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That throw good for 4. It's second down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
He's still rumbling.